An enthusiastic day, dear children. I am giving you a warm welcome to the English corner. Yes, energetically and cheerfully, we are going to see the final session in grammar part. Shall we move? Yes. Pronouns. Let's have a small recap. Then we will finish the session today. Right? What is a pronoun, dear? Pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun, replaces a noun, right? And what are the uses of pronoun? It indicates possession, it points at people or object, it will ask question, and it will specify indefinite nouns, and it will reflect back the actions on the subjects. These are some of the uses of pronouns, right? Now, types of pronouns. We already saw personal pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronoun, indefinite pronoun, possessive pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, relative pronoun, reflexive pronoun, and intensive pronouns. Again and again I am giving you recap because it has to be fixed in your mind. Whenever we say personal pronoun, then you have to identify, right? In the last this session, the next session, we will have a quiz time, and in that, let me check how many of you are answering correctly, right? Right, personal pronoun, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, right? When you say personal pronoun, it represents people. That you have to keep in your mind, right? Personal pronouns are short words used to represent people or thing. When a personal pronoun is used for things, I told you before itself, right? Come on, come up with the answer, dear. When a personal pronouns are used for things. Fantastic, it is for personification, right? Whenever a poet thinks about the non-living thing as a living thing, then he uses a personal pronoun, right? For example, I told you moon, right? You remember that? When a poet was talking about moon as a personified object, right? A moon is peeping and seeing us. For example, I said, right? So, he is peeping or she is peeping. According to the poet's imagination, he will say whether he or she. That is called personification. There, things will be getting the personal pronoun, right? So, here it's a tableau column. Personal pronouns represent people or things. Subjective, singular and plural, objective, singular and plural, possessive, singular and plural, possessive pronoun, possessive determiners. Two are there. So that also we saw reflexive, singular and plural, right? And here first person singular, first person plural, second person singular and plural, third person singular and plural. Shall we have a quick look of this? I, you, he, she, it. All these comes under singular. I is first person singular, you second person singular, he, she, it is third person singular. This is for subjective case. Objective is first person me, second person you, third person him, her, it. Right? And possessive determiner, first person my, second person your, his, her and its are third person possessive determiner. Right? Please make a note of possessive determiner and possessive pronoun separately. Right? Possessive pronoun is mine, second person is yours. Whenever we say possessive pronoun, you just check that yes, right? Third person singular is his, hers, its. Then reflexive pronouns, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. Then comes to plural form, subjective case, we. First person is we, and second person is you, third person is they. Objective case, us, you, them. Possessive determiner, our, your, their. Possessive pronoun, ours, yours, theirs. Reflexive pronouns, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Right? This is a very important tabular column, and this is the basic of everything. If you are thorough in this tabular column, then you can come up with your what? Pronouns properly. Right, dear? Demonstrative pronoun. A demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun that represent noun and represent its position, near or far. This, that, these, those. This we saw, isn't it? Near is this and these, far is that and those. Right? Indefinite pronouns, unlike demonstrative, which point out specific items, indefinite or non-specific things. Right? All, some, any, all that. So, here I have eaten everything in my fridge. Nothing, something, anything. All these sentences represent indefinite pronoun. So, the difference between indefinite pronoun and indefinite adjectives. Indefinite pronoun will replace a noun. Indefinite adjective will add extra information to the noun. So that should be clear with your examples. Whenever we are saying a sentence, so if some is here, please take some lemons to Mrs. Chandler. Some here acts as an indefinite adjective because lemon, the nearby noun is lemons. It is adding something extra to the noun lemons. So it is called indefinite adjective. Right? So take care of that. Are indefinite pronouns singular or plural? Sometimes it will be singular, sometimes plural, and some words will be both. So examples are given here. Just go through these examples. Then interrogative. Interrogative. The word itself says it is a question word. Right? Interrogative pronouns are used in questions. Although they are classified as pronouns, it is not easy to say how it replaces a nouns. Who, which, what, where, and how are all interrogative pronouns. Who told you to do that? Which dog won the race? So, who, which are all interrogative pronouns. So, interrogative pronouns, the main interrogative pronouns are given here as a question word. Some pronouns which are less common, not used, most of the times it will not be used, are whatever, whichever, whatsoever, whichsoever. Okay, it will have a suffix ever or soever. Right? So, interrogative pronouns are given in this tabular column. Who is used for people, used as a subject of the verb. Whom is used for people, used as an object of a verb or preposition. Whose is used for people, used for possession, ownership. What is used for people, used for animals and things, particularly for animals and things. Which is used for people, used for people, animal and thing. Which is smarter, which is faster, which is heavier. All these. Right? I hope you will understand all these, dear. Again and again I am repeating this. Then comes possessive pronouns are used to show possession. So, whose box is this? So, when I say whose remote is this? Whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? And ultimately, if the pen is yours, is it yours? I'll ask the question, is it yours? If it is yours, you'll say, ma'am, it is mine. Yes, ma'am, it is mine. No, ma'am, it is hers. Right? No, ma'am, it is hers. No, ma'am, it is theirs. That group children, that is theirs. So, you will say the answer and you will not know which type of pronoun it is. Okay, that comes in the possessive pronoun. The tickets are as good as are. This is an example. So shall we take yours or theirs? Ours, yours, theirs are all possessive pronouns here. And possessive pronouns and possessive determinants. Before itself we saw possessive pronouns and possessive determinants. Take care of that properly, right? And possessive pronouns will have mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. I told you, yes. Yes is the identification for possessive pronoun. Replaces a noun and shows ownership. It's not yours. It's mine now. Right? Relative pronoun. So which, that, who, whom, whose, where are all relative pronoun. Right? That, which, who, whom, whose. So that heads an adjective clause. A pronoun that heads an adjective clause. See, the dog that ate the cake. The dog that ate the cake. That is the relative pronoun. That is representing the dog. Okay. The dog ate the cake. Right. But what we are saying, the dog that ate the cake is looking guilty, right? That acts as a relative pronoun. Can you able to understand this till now? Reciprocal pronouns used for actions of feeling that are reciprocated, each other, one another, showing each other. Okay. So reciprocal here represent. For example, in mathematical terms, I will say in a fraction, numerator will be there on the top, denominator will be there on the bottom. When I say reciprocal of that fraction, then we will push the denominator in the place of numerator, numerator in the place of denominator, upside down. Can you able to understand? So here also reciprocal pronouns used as one-to-one, connection between one-to-one, one another, each other. They like one another. That means I like you and you too like me. They talk to each other. In live sessions, we will talk to each other, right? So each other and one another are reciprocal pronouns. My dog and cat love each other, reciprocal. They all support one another, reciprocal pronoun, one another, right? Reflexive pronouns end with self or selves. So myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourself, yourself and themselves. Reflexive pronouns. It refers to another noun. What to say, if you are seeing yourself in the mirror, okay, so you are reflected in the mirror. You are seeing yourself in your mirror, right? So that is what is reflexive. Here, the dog bit itself. And this example, the intensive pronoun itself refers back to the noun, the dog itself. Are you talking to yourself? You, yourself. Can you able to understand here? A reflexive pronoun end with self or selves and refers to the another noun or pronoun in the sentence. Usually, it will represent the subject itself. Right? The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourselves, yourself, themselves. These words can be either reflexive or emphatic. The another name for reflexive pronoun is emphatic pronoun. Right? An reflexive pronoun is used when something does something to itself. For example, John pinched himself. John pinching himself, it is called reflexive pronoun. Right? When John is pinching his sister, then it is not reflexive. Can you able to understand? Right? So, it is the time to end the session and we will continue again with the reflexive pronoun itself. Mind it, we are going to continue with the reflexive noun. Thank you.